Why do you think most relationships don't last? There are times where people date 2, 3, 5 years and they break up. And sometimes you hear them say that they are not compatible with these persons. Sometimes people marry, very nice marriage, and people are looking up to these persons. And sometimes within a year, they are calling for divorce. You see, marriage is a nice thing. It's good to get married. But the only thing that is going to get you out from this game is knowing who you are. If you believe in the culture that says that when you reach this age, you have to marry, then that is your own will. If you believe that, that is your own will. It's a choice that you've made. That my culture says this, and so if I reach here, I have to do it. That is you. That is a choice. That is a personal choice that you are making, or you've made, not the culture. Because the only way that is going to get you out from this game, as I said, is knowing who you are. Because it's impossible to try to know someone whilst you don't know who you are. And so the key to a successful marriage or to a successful relationship is knowing who you are first. You see why people are in relationship and they are trying to find out certain things, why their partner is doing these things. They are trying to figure out whether what their partner said to them is true. These are all stress. It gets you out from all this stress. Why? Because when you know who you are, you simply know who is right for you. Why some people, there are cases whereby people even marry before they find their soulmate. Why do you think that is? It's simply lack of awareness. Awareness is everything. Awareness is everything, because if you are aware, there's no way you are highly aware and going for somebody who is not aware. That is how awareness works. If you are aware, definitely you will choose a partner who is also aware. There are levels when it comes to awareness. And the more you know yourself, the more your level of awareness increases. Awareness is everything. It makes you see things from a different perspective. And so when you meet somebody who is trying to make you believe what they are not, you know. Or when you meet somebody who is trying to tell you something that they are not, you know. You simply know. You see, people marry. You see, the fact that you have the resources to fund the marriage does not mean you should go in for marriage and say my culture says. No. Because there are instances or there are situations whereby people marry. People have all the resources. They have the cars, they have the money, and after they got married, just a year, they lost everything. What do you think that is? So the fact that you have the fund does not mean you should quickly jump into marriage. Know who you are first. It saves you a lot of time and gets you out from a lot of troubles. Because somebody, if you are highly aware, if you are aware and you go in for a partner who is also aware or who also knows themselves, Your silence, they know what it means. Sometimes even without talking, they will know what it means. Because if you are not aware, you can go in for somebody who is also not aware, and these persons will only be thinking about only themselves, and anything you do for them, they don't see it. Not that they are bad, that is who they are, that is their level of awareness. Like anything that you tell them, they don't get it. They don't get you from your point of view. They just don't get it. And it does not mean these persons are bad. They are not bad. That is how it is. And so you have to make the choice. The choice is yours. If you know who you are, you see, marriage, there are so many things that comes to play when it comes to marriage. Because the partner that you are going in for, if these persons, in their DNA, if they have a particular trait that they are not healed from, when you give birth with these persons, these are codes. It will be passed down to your kids, just as how certain things has been passed down from our ancestors to us. It's our responsibility to heal it before we go in for another partner to give birth, so we can pass on that to the healed state to our kids. Because if these codes that are passed down to us are not healed, you don't heal it, it will be passed down to your kids. And if you go in for a partner who are also not healed, definitely these codes will be passed down to your kids. These are serious things that people don't talk about. That is why sometimes there are situations whereby you hear people say that he's just like their father, he's just like their mother. The things that they so hate about their partner, they tell them, look at you, talk to the kids, you are just like the father, you are just like the mother. These are codes that is being passed down to the kids. When you know who you are, now you become aware and know who you should go in for. It makes you aware of who you should marry. Become aware of these things and try to know the person that you are going in for. Because if these things are important, then you start from knowing who you are first. If these things are important to you, then you begin to know who you are first. Then you know the kind of person that you are going in for. Why do you think some people marry before they meet their soulmate? It's simply lack of awareness. Because they could see, in situations like that, they feel their partner does not resonate with them deeply. Sometimes they want to have deep conversations and their partner are just not ready for these conversations. Sometimes one way or the other. And this is as a result of an increase in awareness. Sometimes there are situations whereby certain things can happen in a relationship, right, or in marriage. Then one level of awareness increases. One partner's level of awareness increases. And now they have the realization that they are not supposed to marry these persons. And sometimes there are situations whereby they meet their soulmates and this person resonates so deep with them, but they are already married. I'm not talking about a situation whereby somebody, because there are situations whereby some people, are married, and let's say if there's a misunderstanding and they meet somebody who talks so nicely with them, they think these persons are their soulmates. This is not what I'm talking about, because your soulmate is a soulmate is deeper than what I'm talking about. A person does not have one soulmate. A person does not have soulmates. That is what I know, because you can meet your soulmate on different levels, and your awareness will make you know that these persons were my soulmates, this person were my soulmate, these persons were not. On several stages in life, you can meet your soulmate. But if you are aware and you get married to them, yes. Because there's no way your level of awareness is high and you're going for somebody who is not aware. There's no way. You will know right from the start. You will know from the relationship. You will know. If you are in touch with yourself, if you know who you are, you will know. And so the fact that the culture says, and you have the fans, that don't mean you should jump into marriage. Well, at the end of the day, it's your choice. It's a choice. Marriage is a nice thing. Before you go in for somebody, you should think about the generation you want to produce. The generation you want to bring forth. Because the traits in these persons are what is going to come out. If this case also grow and also not healed as somebody who have gotten married and they are not healed, they will also pass it on. That is how it is. You see the thing that you see in the family that you don't like, you see it, you will produce the same thing. You see the same thing. You have to heal it. When you heal it, you will definitely find somebody who has also healed it. That is how it is. If you let someone decide for you who you should marry without your own conviction, it is a choice. It's a choice that you've made. You have to know for yourself. Because there are some people who, when you meet them, can tell you that within 3 months, I want us to marry. If you know you are not ready, then let's not start this relationship. And sometimes their reasons are funny reasons, because I've dated several men, several women, and they all disappointed me. And so this time around, I'm serious and I just want to marry. Or I'm growing. You see the situation, I'm growing. I've had a lot of broken hearts and now I'm growing, so I have to marry. And so if you are not in to marry me, let's not start a relationship at all. That level of awareness will make you know that these persons are talking from a place of knowing, as in knowing what marriage actually means or not. Because there are situations whereby people say, when I met her, she was the one forcing me for marriage. He was the one forcing me for marriage. And now look at how he's treating me. Yes, he forced you, but it is your choice. It is a choice that you made to agree to what he was talking about. It is a choice. It is a choice, because these are things that are happening. This is real life issues. These are real things that are happening in the world. It's only awareness that can get you out from all these things. If you go on a journey of knowing who you are, it will get you out from all these things. If you are aware, there's no way. Some people have an idea about the kind of man or woman they want. Me, I like gifts too. So if you're a man that you don't give me gifts, I don't think we can. Yes. So you get a man who will give you gifts. Or one way or the other will not care for your needs. Only gifts that you want. There's something beyond that gift, which is the soul. You have to know the person that you are getting married to. I'm looking for somebody who is ready to marry me, or I'm looking for somebody who will be ready to marry me. This is what some people say. See, the secret is, if you know who you are, you can meet somebody within a month and you get married to them. And this marriage will be successful. Because it's not how long. Because people date 7 years, 8 years, they still break up. When your level of awareness increases, when you know who you are, you meet this partner, and when they start talking, you know who they are. When they start talking, or when you go on a date with them, or not, there are some people who talk so nicely, but when you meet them in person, you see they are different. But when you go on a date with these persons who you want to go on this journey with, you will know if they are right for you or not. Because if you know who you are seeing things on energy levels, and so you can easily know that this person is the right one for me. Going in for somebody who is insecure. Insecurity is a sign that this person does not know who they are. Yes, because there are levels. There are levels when it comes to awareness. Why would somebody feel insecure in a relationship that the partner wholeheartedly knows that this person is the only one for me, yet this person does not see it? He does not see it because of the person's level of awareness. And so until the person's level of awareness increases, you will keep explaining yourself. And if that's the kind of relationship you want to be in, then so be it. You can find this wedding, and so go for it. Even though everything in you does not say yes to this partner, never do it. So the enemy, to me, that they say that the person has gone in for to marry, is simply lack of awareness that they are talking about. Because you can clearly see these persons. If your level of awareness is high, or if you know who you are, you will see that this person is coming to help me or coming to destroy. And so the fund does not guarantee a successful marriage. It does not mean fans are not good. Yes, you need to have it. But the fact that you have it does not guarantee a successful marriage. If you know who you are, you will know the person that you are going in for. Basically, that's it.